Hey everybody, my name is Josh the RV Nerd. Welcome to Advantage One RV. This is where we sell RVs on behalf of their owners on consignment. But as far as you're concerned, it's just another used RV, because whether you need financing or trades, we can still do everything here for you. We're a full service place. Got overall, I think pretty decent, about 30-foot four winds hurricane coming in here. It's got history, as anything of this age will. Some a little more positive, some a little less positive. I'm going to do my very best to try to represent this fairly for you so you can make a decent assessment of it. And as always, if you have any other questions, please give our team here a call, the opportunity to work with you. What I like about this one, there's something about these little bit older models, before they had slides all over the place, it just generally has a nice big open feel to it. It's got a brand new converter, brand new microwave just put in it. So there's been some reinvestments put back into it, but in a couple spots it shows its age, but that's also why it's not a brand new RV price tag. I also really like the rear straight, easy walk around bed. This thing is fully travel functional because it doesn't have any slides. So I don't care if you get wedged in between a couple semis at a travel stop. This one always works pretty well for you. So I mentioned it's got some history. What do I mean by that? You know, that's a very vague, generic, open phrase. Well, I mentioned it has a brand new converter. It has a brand new microwave. And it is an actual RV microwave. You can see where the original mounting brackets might have been located. A little bit of woodwork had to be done to get everything to fit, but they did the work. They didn't just let it sit there and rot, and you have a functional microwave in it now. You have a brand new converter. You've got updated entertainment up front as opposed to the original classic kind of big giant TVs that weighed about 40 million pounds and would crush you if they landed on you. We've got a lot of backlighting coming in from the windshield, so apologies. I'm doing the best I can here. Now, there is one specific area of note here where there had been a historical leak. And you can see it like there. You might be wondering, what is that? What is that on the floor? This is where there used to be like a chair, an extra swivel chair that's just no longer there. But you can see it a little bit on this inside wall here. You can see a little bit of it on the outside wall. It looks like from the outside that a seal around the base of that window had failed, and it had allowed some water to get down here through this wall. Now, I'm not excited about that, but I'm also not going to hide it and lie about it. And you can see that I can get awful friendly with that wall. By and large, it is still there. It is still functional. It is arrested. It is not leaking currently. With the weather we've had recently, I would definitely know if it was or wasn't. So some water got down here. It delaminated the exterior skin a little bit. It affected this wallpaper a little bit. And that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's also completely not a functional item. At this stage, it's purely cosmetic. But if that scares you, remember that we went out of our way to be fair with you, decent with you. Didn't try to pull the wool over your eyes so that after you drove 4 hours, you find that. I hope you appreciate that integrity. If you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow along, because we always shoot you straight at Halets and down here at Advantage One. So if you're still with us, you're saying, okay, well, maybe for the right money, I might still be interested. What else does she got? And a good feeling of space despite not having a slide out. And that's what I was saying about these classic models. They had to be smarter about the use of space. Since they couldn't rely on slides to make the RV look and feel bigger, they had to do a really good job with things like windows. And in the bedroom, you'll see that one of the shades needs restrung. Other than that, everything in that respect kind of looks pretty darn good. We are on a Chevy Workhorse chassis, which means we have that very well-respected V8 that was on these that I know a lot of people still look for out there, because about the only thing you ever had to do with it was change the oil and change the filters, and it'll last pretty much forever in terms of engine terms. The entertainment upgrade there, give you another good look at that. I should have mentioned this sooner. She's got about 61,200 some odd miles. You know what? I knew I'd do that. Let me check the numbers here again. So we have 181 hours on the generator, 61,287 miles on it as we see it here today. Obviously, if somebody takes a test drive or two, that may clip up a little bit, but 61.2, 61.3, that's kind of the mileage we're seeing. Now, if you're in the kind of driver's cockpit area and you sort of spun yourself around, this is roughly what you'd be looking at here. And the wide body on this absolutely makes the pass-through ability simpler and easier than it otherwise could have been. So that when you're going down the road, if you want to skip back there, hit the bathroom, or, just grab yourself a quick bite to eat, grab yourself a drink, you can do so. As far as I know, and I haven't personally tested, but as far as I know right now, all appliances are in good working order. So you might be asking the question, why is it here? Previous owners bought this about 2 years ago. They had plans. They took a couple trips, generally speaking, had a good time, but they accomplished their goals. They really didn't have anything planned beyond that. and said, you know, I think we're good. I think we're just done RVing for a while. I also just spotted something. I don't even know how I missed that on my first walkthrough. But again, if I see something, I'm going to say something. Looks like there was a spot over here. Okay, so there was some water penetration in that area. It's still solid below, so like the bead foam, the structure is there. The interior wallboard has been compromised a little bit. That's where that waviness is coming from. So, you know, it is what it is. You form your own judgments, your own opinions from there. Again, my job is I'm going to make sure you're aware of it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to lie to you about it. That's just not the kind of business that we do over here. Stepping in through the hallway to the bathroom space, pretty decent bath space. I like the leg room, big vanity. Look at that, huge vanity. And it looks like previous owner, as the incandescent bulbs burned out, swapped in some LED elements where they could, which is a nice little touch. Something else that is really great on this one is as I step back here, you see there's this big closet area. If we open that up and take ourselves a look around, that's some serious closet hanging space. Fantastic for a model with no slide, not to mention the bonus dresser space down below. And I mentioned this in the living area, but once again, this shade over here needs restrung. Other than that, though, it looks to be okay. Just looks like it had a little string pop. I've looked all around the like upper ceiling area back here in the corner. I've looked back in the rear corners. I haven't seen any areas of leaks or water penetration or whatever phrasing you want to put into that. I ran into the bathroom door behind me that I left open like an idiot. Live from New York, it's Saturday night. Anyway, so it looks like if you wanted to, you could add a second air conditioner up here, but I don't know that you're going to have to worry about it. With no slides, you don't have a ton of cubic foot of space in here to worry about. Plus, you got that big fan there for some nice bedroom cross breeze. That is pretty sharp. Something else I noticed, this looks like it was at one point an easy lift bed, but I see that little strut sticking out the bottom of there. Once again, if I see something, I'm going to say something. You know, like I said, I know this one has a couple glitches, but overall, these are mostly things that could be addressed by screwdriver work. You wouldn't have to be like a Mr. Fix-It. I don't think this really needs any severe work. And if you're looking for, you know, just something inexpensive to maybe try out RVing or do a couple simple local trips before you decide to get into something bigger, or you only camp once or twice a year, you want to take something to, like, you know, the NASCAR raceway and park in the infield or something, this would be a solid fit for that kind of stuff without breaking the bank. Now, I don't know if you can tell by the way those trees are leaning in the background. It is one windy son of a gun today. I am sorry if that's getting into the camera a little bit. I am all wind blocked up. There is just only so much I can do about it sometimes. Plus, we're right next to the road here, which always churns up a little extra noise. The wraparound windows are also kind of nice when you're driving. If you got to kind of peek to see, you know, physically turn your head to look, to make sure you got a clear path to like change lanes. All those windows are going to let you do that because, you know, you can obviously see around you there. Now, it's been awful cold, not just windy, and a couple of these locks were a little bit froze up still, and I didn't want to take the chance of breaking a key off in there. So I've got a couple of these open. I really wanted to get the generator one open so you could take a look at that. Unfortunately, it really was not cooperating either. That is the one that would be in this location here. If you need some extra photos or information of anything like that ever, I do the best I can on the fly here. But if we need a little extra info, our folks over here at Advantage One are always happy to hop out, get you whatever you need. I noticed most of these are Michelins. They generally look pretty good. I did notice a Goodyear on the other side. I haven't physically inspected every tire personally to kind of check all that out. I just, you know, wanted to make you aware of that. I don't like you making the trip over here, again, under any sort of false pretense. The ladder, I would like to get up there, but since it is missing a rung, that's not exactly something I think is going to work out to my safety and benefit today. Again, though, you need to be made aware of it. And I like this rear storage area. This actually passes all the way through. It looks like somebody kind of created their own little makeshift shelf space in there to really maximize that. The RV has a 5,000 pound tow rating, by the way. So if you want to put something back here, you absolutely could. And my guess is this ladder probably got backed into it. It is possible some kind of cargo was strapped to it. That's kind of reason number 37 why I generally recommend try not to put cargo on these things if you can absolutely help it. Now, I mentioned there was that leak spot under the dining window. And I want to get you under that driver's side window. And again, I'm sorry about the wind if it's an issue. I'm watching the audio meter go nuts on my camera right now. Woo, that is chilly. So under the dinette window, there's nothing you can really see. Over here, you can definitely see where, you know, there has been a measure of compromise. But again, everything below the skin is solid. Structurally, she's good. It is literally just skin deep. And I think that name Hurricane feels awful appropriate given how windy it is today. Again, apologize if that did affect the camera a little bit. I did the best I could. I am all wind socked up. There's just only so much you can do before Mother Nature says I win, you know. But enough about that. If you have any questions on this RV, you need any more information, just like I did today, we'll shoot you straight. We'll make sure that you're getting the right deal. We'll get you extra pictures. We'll do whatever you need to do. Short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and have an A1 day, everyone.